Up everyone, it is your girl Gel Beauty 87 here, aka Grace, and we're gonna have a cute little battle going on today. So I got the new one size stuff finally in the mail. I was telling I think it's Tatiana, a niece, I'm sorry if I get that wrong, and she had in her comment section how I was taking forever for support to get her stuff. I told her she was gonna get it before me, and I was right, because she didn't have this video up for like I think a week. Mine literally just showed up like yesterday. So yeah, I told you girl I was gonna win. And it's not anything to be proud of, but I won all the same. Anyway, so these both retail for $36, but I wanted to compare the blush to the Patrick Ta one. The only problem is I brought the orange one because I originally had the orange one in my cart, and they ended up getting the berry one back in stock during the sale, so I forgot to bring that one. So we're gonna have two different colors on our face, but it's okay because thank goodness all I have to do is get gas. I don't have to actually go too much if anywhere, but I will be outside, so that's why I'm okay and willing to do this. Both of these retail for $36 a piece. So it says Cheek Clapper 3D Blush Trio. So the reason I wanted to compare this to Patrick Ta is because it has oh, and it's called Berry Gay. How cute. Why isn't this thing gonna open? Okay. It has the cream, it has the powder, and then it just has a shimmery one. As you can see, this is what it looks like. But like I said, I brought the wrong blush with me. Oh well, we're just gonna go ahead on because you know this girl ain't got time to redo it. So let's see what it says. It says a monochromatic blush trio and versatile textures for a blurring 3D blush effect. Set the tone your way by wearing each alone or layering up. And this is a vegan product. It says each texture in this trio serves a unique purpose. Underpaint and overpaint with the flex cream shade. Blur and build intensely with the full impact matte shade. And get an eye-catching glow and seamless finish with the hyper sheen shade. The formula is smooth and soften, grip and extend wear, and give skin a silky finish. Wear each one alone or layer the tones. And I got Berry Gay, like I told you all. So it has a little flap like Patrick does, Patrick Ta, and then you have this lovely berry shade, and then you have this lovely berry shimmer. So I really liked this tone the best, and I wasn't really feeling the orange one that much. Plus I knew I had Patrick's orange, so it's like, how many oranges do I need from how many Patrick's, honey? I don't know. So y'all know these are I think these retail for the same price as his, and they don't have his left. I mean, they don't have 3 different things, but I feel like there's gonna be more product in this one than there is in that one. Like this one has 6.0 grams when it comes to the cream, and 4.0 grams when it comes to the powder. And then with Patrick's, we have 4.0 grams when it comes to cream, 3.5 grams when it comes to the powder. I'm assuming, yeah, that's both powders combined. So Patrick's gives you more, but Patrick Ta gives you more, but he charges a little bit more. And then they had the separate shimmery blush called She's Adorable, which is another reason I was originally going to get the orange, because at least they would match. But I'm like, if I want a cream to go with my other tones, then I should probably go ahead and get the berry tone one. And I was happy it came back in stock so I could, because I originally wasn't going to get it till I realized that he had a cream in his too. And I was like, y'all know how I am. We got to battle everything. So now we got to battle this. So this is the Made for Bronze and Sculpt Trio. I got the shade Dark. They have another one called Deep, but I felt like it was going to be a little too deep, so I ended up buying Dark. I heard these run deep though, because I think Karen said she had got one shade and she was going to have to get a different shade because it was too deep. Anyway, a matte, buildable, visible, texture blurring trio to shade, bronze, and sculpt your face for a touch of color to a fully contoured look. It says, serve a rich facial dimension with the trio. Use shade all over bronze for a warm glow without shimmer, and sculpt to shape and define. The formulas leave a silky finish, moisturize and soften skin, and deliver long wear time and grip. So that's what we're working with both these. As you see, I did the majority of my face so we could get this done. So let me zoom you on in, girl. Hold on, let me open it up first so you can see, and then I'll zoom you on in, girl. So yeah, I'm glad I didn't get deep, because this is how dark is, and I think this will be good enough. Only thing is I'm not liking how red the middle shade is, so I'm already not, yeah, I don't like the redness of all that. So I'm probably gonna mix it in with the lighter shade at the top, and then hopefully we can just make it work, girl, because I don't like that at all. And both of those were $34. I would have bought Patrick Ta's bronze and we could compare those two, but I'm like, Here's more of a contour thing on its own with a cream. And since this one didn't have a cream, it just had 3 different bronzer-ish shades, I was like, I'm not gonna do that. So we're gonna start off with this. Oh, see how orange that is? Yeah. It's orangish reddish, and I'm not necessarily here for it. I'm just trying to, well, the best I can, bro. But it is going on silky and smooth. I will give him that. It is silky and smooth, just like he said it's gonna be. I just don't like the tone of it from what I'm seeing. Hopefully I like it better once the rest of my makeup is on, but right now I'm just like, no. No to the tone, say no. And it was more pigmented than I expected it to be, so I think like when I first put this out on, it was a little too much, but as you can see, it blended out nicely to where it doesn't look like it's just a line of bronze on my face and I look crazy. I did just go get my hair done yesterday, which is why I didn't film anything yesterday like I had planned, because I had planned to get out early enough to film, but like it took me an hour to like get over here to my grandma's house, and then I had to get up so early in order to get over to, you know, my house to, get dinner and then get back here. I was just like exhausted. I was like, you know what, we're not filming tonight. Then I woke up like 12 o'clock at night, but I was like, I'm not putting on makeup at 12 o'clock at night just to, you know, film. So okay, so I'm liking it better on the forehead than I was when I initially put it on. So I guess now that it's rounded out my face more, I like it a little bit more. So, and I'm just mixing like the top shade with the middle shade that I showed you. I'm gonna do a little bit down here. I'm not really one who contours, so I'm not most likely gonna use the contour shade. I was thinking about putting it like in the area where I bronze in between my nose, just so we could like try it out. So I'll probably go ahead and do that just for your benefit. We can see what the color is working with, but like it's a general rule, I just don't like to do that. So. And I think I left that brush in the bathroom, so I don't even know. I'll just take an eyeshadow brush. I was about to say, because I don't even know if we're going to do it, girl. I ain't got a brush, but eyeshadow brushes can always save the day for this occasion, so that's what we're going to do. Just take the eyeshadow brush and do a little contour down here. Okay, so I did use a brown, I did use like a cream contour to put, a cream blush, a bronzer in between here. So if you see the little redness going on, that's probably why. Because I use that and then I'm putting this contour shade over it, so it's not going over too well. But I'll swatch all 3 of the shades so you can see how they look. These powders are really silky smooth. I do like that. But I don't know. It's just like I'm not necessarily crazy about the reddish tone one. But again, it could just be the time of the year, and that's why I'm not crazy about it. So here are the 3 shades swatched. This is the top one. Of course, we got the middle one, the reddish looking one. And then we got the contour shade that I just put on the nose. So you see all the products all over the face. Now let's get into these blushes, which is what I was most excited about. But now I have disappointed myself because I decided to bring, you know, like 2 different shades with me. So I'm trying to figure out what brush I want to use to put the creams on with, because I just brought 2 brushes in here for powder, but did not bring a cream brush. So I'm thinking I will put the powder on first like Patrick Ta says to do, and then we'll put the cream on last. So I think that's what we're gonna do, and then the shimmery one will just top on each side. And hopefully I won't look too crazy in these pictures for Instagram. I have to turn my head one way or something, I don't know. We'll have to figure it out, girl. But see how light this is? That's another reason you have to use the cream with it, because it's like, there's no way in hell this is showing up on anybody that looks like me. But I got all the shades just because I was like, you know. So we're gonna start off with Patrick Ta. Since I'm more familiar with that one, as you can see, it just looks like I'm putting an ashy, you know, shade on my face. Believe from what I saw in the pictures that what's his faces was deeper. Patrick Starr's shade was deeper than what I'm putting on, and it's just looking like a satiny, sheeny type of blush. So I can understand why when you put the gloss on top, it gives that more dewy effect that you want. But as you can see, I just look really satiny, sheeny. So it doesn't look bad on its own as I thought it would, because I've never actually done this shade on its own. So I'm glad I did that, so I would know like it won't look that bad. Now we're gonna take the Patrick shade. And I feel like I'm not gonna have to use as much Patrick shade first off, because the color is more flattering on someone my skin tone. And as you can see, it's going on quite nicely and it builds up pretty easily. Yeah, we're gonna be out here looking crazy because I didn't even tap into this that much, and it's already giving way more pigmentation than Patrick did. I might have to try to build the Patrick one up, Patrick Ta one a little bit more. I keep forgetting everybody's name is Patrick Ta. Yeah, see how I don't feel like kids are giving us much of a satin sheen finish, but I mean there's a sticker on the mirror, so let me get the Patrick Ta mirror. That is it. Hasn't had a sticker on it. Let's see. No, Patrick is definitely giving more satinness to his. Let me put on a little bit more of his to try to build up the pigmentation a little bit more, but it's definitely lacking. But a lot of people say they feel like his pigmentation is lacking, but I feel like because it's so ashy, it just automatically looks like it's lacking on me, and because of the type of color I picked initially and end up being able to get the one I want, it's not looking as nice, but it's still a nice color. Okay, now let's get into these creams. So I think I'm going to take the brush that we used initially and do the cream. So since we already on Patrick Starr's side, we're just going to go over his cream and this brush and hope I didn't ruin this brush. So I took like about that much, and I'm hoping it'll look great. Ooh, okay. Child blah, bruise my cheek. But that's okay. I will fix it off camera, and then I will check with y'all later on about it, or you can watch the videos with the eyeshadow I'm gonna have to do after this, and then you'll see. But that cream is quite pigmented, so now I'm looking crazy, y'all. But this is what we look like with Patrick Starrr. I am gonna use the shimmering one possibly on top of that as well, so we'll see how well that goes. Now let's get into Patrick Starrr. So these are what both of them look like. As you can see, Patrick Starrr is more pigmented. But again, those colors work for some of my skin tone better, so that's probably why I'm gonna have to get a sponge and fix all this. But it did bring up the pigmentation of this quite a bit, so I'm liking that. Matter of fact, let me go get the sponge now and spray the rest of my face. Hold on, let me put on the highlighter first, and then we'll spray the face, and then we can put the shimmery blush on top of this. So I'm gonna just take the shade Guilty Pleasure from ColourPop. It's a Super Shock. I ended up what do you call it, buying these when they were on sale on, what was it, Ulta for like $2 or $3. So I was like, okay, I got this and I got a blush, but the blush is like way too light for my skin tone, so I'm like, I'm gonna give that to my cousin. But I was like, I can still use the highlighter, so let's go ahead and do that. So we're gonna put this highlighter. See how nice that shade is? I think it's a gorgeous color. I did Like a Clown by the Winnie the Pooh thing, but I only got the palette to review, and like the makeup collecting me is like, it's Winnie the Pooh, you have to have it. Even though, believe it or not, I was more of a Tigger fan. I didn't really care about Winnie the Pooh as much as I cared about Tigger. So they come out with a Tigger collection. I'm telling y'all now, I'm gonna be a whole clown and have the entire collection. Cause I was that kid who had like the specialized bedroom stuff that was literally just Tigger, like, and it was hard to find just Tigger comforters and sheets and all that. But my mom found them once I said I wanted Tigger. So it's like, let them come out with the Tigger movie collection. I'm buying it all. I'm gonna tell you now, I'm buying it all. Okay? I will own every single piece. I don't care what you're talking about. It will be mine. So I'm gonna have the whole Tigger collection if it becomes a thing. I just thought I would prepare y'all now for it. I might even do express shipping. I'll never do express shipping for ColourPop. For Tigger, I will. Okay? I'm really liking this highlighter. I haven't used a Super Shock shadow in forever, so I forgot how, you know, awesome it is. And the fact that it's picking up on this brush, because I wasn't expecting it to pick up on a brush as well, because you know, with the Super Shock things as a general rule, it's better if you use like your finger, but you know, it's working out just fine. So I'm like, okay girl, really nice shade. I'll swatch it on my hand for you too, and then I will go off camera and get a sponge, just kind of sponge this stuff in before we get into the blushes, like as far as putting the shimmering one off to finish off this look. Yeah, so this is the shade Guilty Pleasure that I just put on my face. I think it's a nice enough shade. it has like a shifting dual plumage turn to it. So I'm gonna go spray my face, let all this stuff blend into my face, and then we're gonna put the shimmer on top. And then I will go film other videos and try to come back at the end of the night on my camera phone, because I'm not gonna drive all the way back over here just to do on a regular camera. I've learned to use my camera phone, so that's what we're gonna do, okay? And as you can see, once I press everything down, like, it calmed down the blush quite a bit. I still feel like this blush is still way more vibrant than the other one, but again, this one is better for my skin tone, so it's going to show up better. Now we're gonna get into the shimmery one. And let me swatch all of the Patrick Starrr stuff first, so you can get an idea. So we put Patrick on this side. Oh, it blends out quite nicely. And it seems like it blends out from a cream to like powder formula. So that's nice. If you don't want to use the powder, you can just blend out like the cream. At least it seems, yeah, it seems like it's drying to like a satin matte finish. And then if you want to add like the powder on top for extra effect, you can. But the powder isn't actually seeming that pigmented on its own when I swatch it. And then the shimmery one just looks like a pretty eyeshadow. So here's what all of Patrick's looks like. We're gonna put that shimmery one that I just swatched last on the cheek now to finish off all the blush. Yeah, y'all, I mean, like, all this stuff is like super pigmented, so you don't need a whole lot. I'm gonna have to press, I'm gonna have to spray and press into my face again like a crazy lady when I get off camera, because like I didn't even swipe into this more than twice, and you see all this going on here. Like, it's a lot. So if you're not a person who likes a very pigmented blush, you might want to be wary of this. This and the Cover FX ones are like super pigmented, and I didn't even blend into it that much. So it's a lot. Whereas with the Patrick Ta ones, you don't have to worry about that. He does very light pigmentation. So if you're a person who's like me, who's heavy-handed sometimes, you don't have to worry about it. So let's put on Patrick's shade. Now this is his shade. It's called So Adorable, and it's a shimmer that matches the other shades that were in the other palette. And then I will swatch all three of those out for y'all. But it's actually showing up pretty pigmented now as well. But because of its tone, it's not going to be as bad as the other ones. But yeah, I'm going to have to, this definitely have to warm up to my face. Because so far, as far as colors go, I would like the Patrick Ta one for the summertime. And I like the Patrick Starrr one for the fall. So let's swatch all this stuff. And I'll swatch that on the other side of my hand. Because I was too lazy to wipe off the other swatches from the bronzer and contour on my hand. So all Patrick Ta stuff is going to be quite more sheer than Patrick Starrr stuff. So just keep that in mind now. I'm just trying to tell you now, girl. It'll be softer and much lighter because I brought the wrong blush, and I wasn't finna drive back home to spend a blush and do this again. I still gotta try to do the Manny MUA blush review another day, because I can't obviously do it today because I just did this one. So you're so adorable. So there we go. So here's all of Patrick Ta's. As you can see, like I said, they're way lightly more pigmented. They are way less pigmented than Patrick Starrr. See, that's Patrick Starrr, Patrick Ta. So now we have everything on the face. I got my cute little Hershey sponge, so I'm trying to pat down and calm down as much as I can, because honey, the Patrick's out here giving. Well, this Patrick is giving way more than the other one is, but you know, it's cool, it's fine. You can pat it down. As you can see, I pat it down way more, and it's looking way less clownish, for lack of a better term. So I brought my little setting spray to finish off my face. I'm sitting on my leg, that's why I'm sitting up so high up from the camera. I usually sit just down on its own, but I didn't feel like it, so there you go. Sorry about the lawnmowers in advance, girl. I know it's a lot. But yeah, this is what my face looks like. Okay, I will catch up with you later, girl. Okay. So I've returned after many hours of wear in my socialite Sandy voice note. So this is what the blush is looking like up close. So this is, if you all remember, the Patrick Starrr side. I don't know what's going on with that down there, sorry. And this is the Patrick Ta side. So as you can see, they both have held on pretty well. My face is getting quite oily. I did go out and get gas, so it wasn't like I wasn't outside in the elements. I like to do wear tests outside in the elements, as opposed to, you know, not doing them going out anywhere, so that way you don't get any real wear tests, because it's like you're gonna wear the makeup in real life out somewhere. You're not just wearing it in the house. So that's why I always try to make sure I'm going somewhere when I do it. Even though I just went to the gas station and Popeyes, that's going places out in the public where I don't have to wear masks, because I went to the drive-thru at Popeyes, and then I went to the gas station and I paid at the pump, so that way I could be outside in the elements without doing the mask thing, because I'm still out here wearing masks. I don't know about y'all, but I'm still out here wearing a mask. So I tried to give y'all a weird test without a mask for once. I actually think the Patrick's Starrr side held up more, because I feel like I still see more pigmentation with what I put on my face. And it was more pigmented to start off with, if you all remember. Not to say that I don't love my Patrick Ta, because y'all know I got every single color Patrick Ta has made. So clearly I love Patrick Ta. That's not an issue at all. So I guess it just depends on what your preference is. If you don't like really pigmented blushes, I would say stay away from the Patrick Starrr one, because y'all saw when I put it on, it was quite pigmented. It shears out nicely, but it's like if you don't have time to shear it out and you're just trying to put it on and go, you'd probably prefer the Patrick Ta one on this side right here. I'm sorry if you can hear my mom in the background. She is watching Kyrie Irving and what's his name, Kevin Durant playing the I think they're playing Boston against the Nets. I think that's who she said they play for now. I don't know. She keeps up with all that. I don't care. But if you're curious what's on my eyes, this is the Sugar High palette from Menagerie, the newest one they came out with. I actually meant to edit this tonight, but I ran off and left the card in the camera because I was so happy to leave my grandma's house. I had been filming for like 4 hours and I was just tired. So you all will probably get that video Monday instead of Sunday like I was hoping. You'll get this video Sunday, because I'm filming it right now and I have the rest of the footage here at home. But I'm gonna say I like the Patrick Starrr one better than the Patrick Ta one, because you get the 3 elements all in one, whereas with the Patrick Ta one you have to buy this extra one separately. So you have to buy the shimmering blush separately that you all saw put me on, and y'all know Patrick Ta ain't cheap. So I actually think I recommend Patrick Starrr over Patrick Ta. So those are my thoughts. But y'all know I'm not gonna not buy my Patrick Ta, and I'm not gonna live without my Patrick Ta. So I will most likely be using my Patrick Ta more than my Patrick Starrr, especially since he has a limited amount of colors. But you have to think Patrick Ta has come out with blushes long before Patrick Starrr did. So those are my thoughts. But I hope you all enjoyed this video. Remember, you all are diamonds. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Be blessed, girl. Bye.